Alright, so that was pretty much the loot run. I didn't get one of the items that I was after, which is fine. It happens. I don't actually need it, so I'm not overly worried. And I have this soul here, which is going to give me 2,000 souls, which I am going to put into strength, 2 more levels. Okay, so that pretty much is the end of the loot run. Which you don't actually need, but that's just to kind of explain where I've got this gear from. And now we need to actually start the game, pretty much. We're going to start the story. We're going to make it through the game now. We're going to start off by getting absolutely wrecked by this weak dude. I would recommend ignoring most of them and running straight to this guy, because the fire is annoying. This is why I grabbed the Zweihander as well. Like, that's probably the most important part of the loot run for me. I don't really need to do the rest of it. Reinforcing the Estus slot's kind of pointless. Well, I wouldn't say pointless. I just, oh wow. But like, it's not necessary. It's not necessary. The Zweihander is essential to me. This gear is super helpful, but it's not essential to me. Oh, actually, I did miss one item. It's down there on the bridge. It could be handy for loot runs, but I don't actually want it or need it. It's basically a sacrifice ring. When you die, you don't lose your souls. It would have been helpful for my loot run, so I didn't lose like 3,500 souls. But like, it happens. It happens, and I'm not too worried. Maybe in the future, maybe I should grab that first, and that way it kind of takes the pressure off. But we live and we learn. And like I said, it's been a while. Like, I'm pretty rusty. Man, he's not having fun with those barrels. Okay. Now, I don't believe there is an item in here, but I'm going to look anyway. So that's actually the way we need to go for, is that fog gate. But some kind person here who said there's a secret ahead, which is very kind of them, helping out some other players. Because there's often off the beaten tracks where you can get some nice gear like this here. More souls, which basically means next time we hit the checkpoint, we're going to be leveling up. And there's a bit of an ambush here. The only threat with those guys is they can, like, wow, how did you aggro so early? It's because I've got the big boy sword. They can like combo lock you, and you just stun locked, and it's just horrific. You can actually hit these ones on the wooden rail off, which actually will stop you getting ambushed. Oh, we get another backstab. A pretty poor view, though. What does this mean? Be wary of item. Yeah, it's just rubbish. But you can actually use rubbish to trade with those crows from that first episode. So it's not useless. I can't remember what rubbish gives you, but it's probably still not something amazing if I can't remember. We get some humanity. We will run through basically how humanity works shortly. Basically, once we've stacked up a bit more humanity, we will run through that. Alright, continuing on with the story. We'll probably just try and rush it to their first boss. There is an item over there. Don't know how that person... Oh, he landed on the dude beneath him. There we go, there's a dragon. We can actually kill him later. I think he's called the Hellfire Dragon or something. We will kill him later, or at least steal his items. In particular, his tail will drop this dragon sword. Well, actually, all the dragons or bosses, well not, yeah. Dragons and bosses, if you destroy their tails, they often will drop you a unique weapon. Now, this is awesome for well, so many of them are good weapons, but in saying that, we're not going to worry too much about them. I don't really use them. I kind of just want to focus on this Zweihander. Praise the sun. And there was Framp's face there. There is a checkpoint pretty much right where we are at the moment. We are going to kind of avoid it just because I don't want to fight the mobs again. It's just up there. So we are going through here. Merchant ahead. It's very good to see some pretty accurate messages on the ground. Often they're all just trying to get you to commit suicide. Now there's a few ways to deal with these. Like with the with this Zweihander, I usually just sit there and just heavy attack them because it's got huge poise break, as you see, and it still does some solid damage. Whereas you can like parry them. There is a lot of ways to kill shielded enemies. It's just for me, I just don't like mucking around. I just like swinging my sword. That's what I'm here to do, is swing my sword. So here we go. We've got the merchant. He actually...
Then you are a will. I trade for some.
He's got an annoying voice. I think we're going to have to kill him because of the annoying voice. He doesn't actually sell anything too interesting. Resonance key, that's pretty important, but we're not going to buy that. He sells some weapons if you want a bit of variance at this point in the game. Some arrows and some chainmail armor. But we've already got better armor. We've already got the weapon we want.
Go and fall off a cliff.
Oh, did you? What disrespect? You know what? We're going to kill him.
Gone mad, have you?
Yeah, I have.
Why me?
Why you? Because you're rude. So he gave us the resonance key, and he dropped an item. The Yuchi Katana. I'm hoping I say that right because I get it wrong every single time. It is an excellent weapon. It is dex based, and it's basically a long katana. It hits fast. It hits relatively hard for what it is. I often think I usually turn it into a lightning weapon. From memory, it's been a while since I've played like a dex build, or even in general. But yeah, it's a beautiful weapon. There's only one big downside, which you kind of need the repair powder and repair kits for, is it has low durability. It's the only downside though. Like if you're making short trips, it's fine. And often durability isn't too much of a problem. Alright, so we are going to go this way. Did they change them? I feel like they've changed it in this game too, but they definitely have changed the jumping mechanics in the later games. This one, there was a lot of accidental jumping to death, which I'm also guilty for. Come on, we can do it. Second time lucky. Here we go. Careful not to fall back down. And it's around here. And here we go. This is the standard messages. Be wary of rear. This is what you usually find in Dark Souls. That's why I'm so confused to find actually friendly messages, because half of them are just see fatty because you can't fit through the gap. There is a lot of funny messages from other characters in this game. So. Alright, we will continue on, and we will actually now hit that checkpoint, now that we've kind of cleared the area thus far. And the reason why, you know, don't do the checkpoint until now is because, like, I've already cleared all that stuff. Like, I don't have to go back. I don't have to keep running backwards and forwards and killing enemies. We'll put another level in. We're going to strength. I'm probably going to sit strength until it gets to like 20, 24, 25. That guy usually aggroes, yeah. Wasn't happy at something. I usually like to wait around and not push too hard because, like, if I forget that he's behind me and he pushes up, and I'm fighting another set of mobs, it can just get messy, and I prefer to... Oh, yeah. What? My sword went straight through you. Alright, that was pretty messy. It happens. You actually open that gate from the other side, so we're not worrying about that now. I'm going to read some of these messages. I'm curious. Shield ahead. Oh wow, I almost feel like that was a trap. There's also another dude around this corner. And you've actually got to be careful, because later on we have chests that bite your head off. They're called mimics, and they can be pretty painful. I don't think there's an item out here. Nope, no item out there. Now these guys have been known to mess me up, because when they get into a combo, oh that's right, and the dude at the back's got fire bombs. So there is actually a delay after a movement before you can heal, which is how I actually died during the loot run. But hey, it's been a while. Like it's all part of Dark Souls, is you're gonna die. Whether it's from you doing something stupid or you getting annoyed, like, you're gonna die. It's all part of the game. And you are gonna die a lot. The first time I did this, I think I ground this particular area for ages. Just because I was struggling. I mean, that was the first time I played. But ever since then, like, I've kind of got a handle of the mechanics of the game, how to play. So we use the resonance key to get into this building here, and we get this nice gold pine resin, which is actually used for electrifying your weapons, which mostly you're just going to use it on bossing. I don't always use them. It depends on how hard I deem the boss to be. If I'm struggling and I've died a couple of times to a boss, I'll come back and I will... Oh. So there is a nice tactic where you sit there and you drop attack them all, but that didn't work for me, so we'll just fight them the old-fashioned way, which is with my nice heavy Zweihander. Alright. We're just gonna trigger this guy real quick, so I don't really want him to interrupt. I think you gotta go to that step there, yep. Alright, there is a little ledge down there, which you can actually use to, like, evade that. There is no loot there from memory, and yeah, it's just dangerous. Don't even do it. Like, it's just best to kind of bait that out. Now, this here is a non-respawnable enemy. They are pretty tough. By all means, give them a go. I'm actually going to try to sneak up on him. I won't be able to backstab him. I can never do a successful backstab, and I am going to take a nice big swing at him. These guys are pretty tough. Like, as you see, that was 2 heavy attacks, and they were only hitting 100 a pop. But this Zweihander is nice because it has poise break. As you see, he's lunging towards me, and if I time my attack right, it actually cancels his attack. But if I do not time it right, which is the downside to this Zweihander, you're going to get absolutely mauled. You can also notice in the top left hand corner I've actually got humanity sitting there. You actually build up humanity through the areas. I can't remember the requisites to get it to trigger, but is there an item there? I can't remember. Ooh, no, there isn't. But yeah, so you can build up humanity, which I usually wait until I have 2 or so, and then I'll start doing something with it. We got a ring for that. Boost defense by HP is low. Don't really need it. It's definitely not the best ring out there, but I am going to use it anyway. Now, how to explain? The master key will open this. Down here there is a character called Haval. He is an absolutely heavy hitter. You can kill him. He drops a ring that we really, really want, but he is pretty strong, so we're going to kind of avoid him at this point. Some runs I would go there and I'd actually level up a heap before I run through into all the bosses, so I can like one-hit them. I don't know why, but I have like this fascination with one-hitting bosses, so I will actually go through there. There's like an easy boss, and there's like a whole nother route I would take, but I'm not going to do it because I kind of don't want to confuse you guys too much. And we got some nice messages here, and they're telling us to smash this barrel here because there will be this wee fella here. Did I kill him? Yep. They will actually despawn quite you know, if you don't do damage to them within a certain amount of time, they'll just disappear. They will respawn, like, if you don't kill him, if he despawns and then you hit a bonfire, he'll actually come back and you can try it again. But once you killed him, that's it. And you get the Twinkling Titanite, and that Twinkling Titanite is used for upgrading unique weapons. So we just traversed the white light. Scary, I know. There's actually a boss fight. But before we fight the boss, we're actually going to go up here. Because these guys, when they shoot you in the back at the most critical time, it's quite annoying. So I like to kill them first. You can actually kill them like the first time you run up here, because there is a nice easy tactic for this boss. I will show you, because this boss is actually very simple. So you walk to about here, yep, there we go, the boss jumps down. He's an angry boy, he's coming for you. And we're going to do it the same way we did the Asylum Demon. Light attack. As you see, I almost one-hit him, and I usually would go for the one-hit on this boss. I don't know why, I just have an obsession with, like, one-hitting bosses. Like, why wouldn't you? Like, this is the whole point of the Zweihander build, is you're supposed to be like this big buff tank. So you actually run all the way back over here, let him do his thing, and then you're like, okay, cool chat, bro, and you run for his legs, and you run all the way back, and you go up and you do it again. That's the simplest way to do this boss. The only danger is if you don't lead him far enough away, which I might not have, you can actually get hit. Yeah, there you go. Hit on the ladder. But we should be able to kill him here. That should be the final blow. So I would recommend to lure him away as far as possible. And we kill him, and we get some. We're gonna get some souls. We got a humanity, homeward bone, and we got 3,000 souls. Nice chunk of souls there, considering how easy that fight was. Now you can actually. I probably could have one-hit him if I used the pine resin on my weapon, which sometimes I do, or I go around the back ways and upgrade my weapon. There is another item in here. Once again, the community is actually being super nice and actually giving you hints, which is awesome. Alright, so we've got, this should be, yeah, this is locked. We're actually going to go down here first. Now this is probably one of my favorite characters in this game.
Ah, hello. You don't look hollow. Far from. I am Soler of Astora, an adherent of the Lord. Now that I am undead, I have come to this great land, the birthplace of Lord Gwyn. You find that strange? No need to hide your reaction.
So he's basically said he's come here looking for the sun. He worships the sun, as you can tell.
I have a proposition. The way I see it, our fate in a land brimming with hollows. Could that really? So what do you say?
We're definitely going to help Soler. Soler is all about friendship. It's about helping others.
No telling how much longer your world and mine will remain in contact. But use this to summon one another as spirits, cross the gaps between the worlds.
And actually, this interaction here will allow us to summon him for the boss. I think here's one more dialogue.
Hello there. The sun is the one, if only I.
So he basically compared the son to his father. There is actually like a missing son of the Lord Gwyn. So like there is theories that he is literally looking for his dad, the Lord of the Sun, the Lord of Fire. Very interesting theory, I really like it. And come on, he's like one of the coolest characters. Alright, now this bit here, I can't remember how you do this because I usually run around the back way. I'm just going to run in like a madman. This was also like a really early game way of farming souls, which you come up, you poke your head out. You see if he kills those other two. There is actually some really good swords there, which we will look at later. No, he doesn't want to attack. Are you serious? What'll happen is I'll get too far, and he'll... yeah. So there's the claymore. Yeah. Usually he fires the fire a lot sooner. I thought he was glitched. I was like, wow, is he not going to shoot the fire? But I got the claymore. I lost 6,000 souls. But we can get them back easy. I'm not too worried. I was just very curious as to why he was not spitting some fire. Well, maybe they've nerfed his range, because he used to hit you like right here. He used to be like, yep, that's it, I'm angry, fire time. But he's not doing it. Okay, maybe they've removed it so you can't grind those mobs there, because he used to be able to like trigger him to shoot the fire and then basically just kill them all, and you could just rinse and repeat, because you could just reset the mobs from down here. Alright, so as you notice, we've opened up a shortcut. We're now back here. That's probably where I'm going to end this video. I'm going to level up a little bit and yeah, kind of just work out what I'm going to do next. So I will catch you guys later, and hope you enjoyed this episode, and hopefully I get to see you again for the next one. And heal. Yeah. So there's the claymore. Yeah. Usually he fires the fire a lot sooner.